Back to this great day in the finals. We have two great teams, boys in yellow, boys in blue, led by Captain Kuna Maji, Jajpur team, at this beautiful venue, GBS Rourkela, Jajpur versus Bargarh. And there we see the officials been heading towards the center of the ground, whereas the other team led by Captain Rohan Suna. As we see the officials marching toward the center of the ground, and there we see this picture coming up right there from center. It will be great to see this as a memory they'll keep in themselves as a memory. And live, these are the pictures from live from Odisha PMS Rourkela. And there we see the toss time will come right, and the players from the captains from both the side will decide out which point to go ahead with. We have two captain Rohan and Kuna. Kuna from Jajpur, Rohan from Bargarh representing, and there we see the toss being flipped by the referees and making sure that this goes well. They've decided this, and there we see the picture of the game before it starts with all the smiles and all the memories they'll have with themselves to be a part of this under 14 tournament. A great match, a great historic day for both the teams, lining up at the center of this beautiful venue covered with thousands of people who have come here, gathered here to watch this great game. And there we see this starting 11: Kumar Soren, Bapu Soren, Akash Samat, Raja Munda, Bikash Munda, Puna Majik, the captain, Lakshman Kumaji, Sankar Munda, Bhanja Murmu, Premchand Salbania, Samu Mardi, and head coach Lita Hembra. And this is the substitute from Jajpur side, Jagan Ram, Lakshman Handasa, Budharam Kisku, Avi Ho, Rajesh Badara, Sonu Hembram, Akash Birua, Sagar Murmu, Bhagmat Soren. Baragarh starting 11, we have Appu Boy, Rahul Malik, Siba Sankar Boy, Robin Boy, Pinku Boy, Chandan Bhagar, Mohan Gardita, Taran Gardia, Amit Maji, Jayanta Malik, Rohan Suna, and the head coach Ramakant Das. The substitutes here are Ajit Kumar, Mohammad Ehsan, Pratik Biswal, Arab Kumbar, Deepak Naik, Mukesh Loha, Biswa Maji. We are just away for a few minutes as this game will proceed. Just a while ago, as the two captains are ready to get set on the field. Once they are, there will be the start of the play between two great teams, Bargarh, Jajpur. Bargarh in sky blue color with Jajpur there in yellow. And there we see the play will start shortly and just a few seconds. It remains to start of this play. There we see the replay, the referee's part, and everybody is there on the ground. They're ready with this great final to go. And there we see the whistle coming out. That's straight away the first one, irrespective of the pass, just kicks it away quickly. Boys in yellow, Jajpur looks out to show the intent for this hard one. It's a very heavyweight clash between these two teams. Both are just trying to build their strength, just coming up back with that cartwheel going on there off the field. But well try. It's just the beginning of the game, and both the teams have trying to show their greats, as both have good players, both have good caliber. The teams have a great lineup there, but love to go with the first, and that will be very interesting. Which team will goes with the goal to take the lead, and what kind of strategy they have come up. They've gone through a rigorous training phase. Both the teams have prepared so well for this final, and that's just the first one coming up straight with no target, but still the intent was right to go only kicking towards the goal. And both teams have good players. It's a very tough call who is the best team, because both have equal good players, and they've started the intent marking is good. Player to player they have mark, and not giving just an inch to a player. And at this stage, they're not in a mood to put any step wrong, any foot wrong, as they are in a do no wrong form. They know the value of this final. They're very much careful about the kind of work they have to do, they have to go through, trying to build early pressure on the field. A bit of pressure game for both teams, both players' side. Just they're very much careful about not going through easy, silly mistakes, and especially in the D area, they're very much careful about what it has to be in that region. But one thing is sure, all the supporters who are watching this, all the fans and all the people who have come up, I'm sure this is going to be a great and thrilling final between these two heavyweights. A clash of a great game, and I'm sure you're going to witness some great moves, great sportsmanship. These are the tournaments which upskills players. It gives a good platform to players. And that's header coming up with that, and a good clearance coming. It was a required clear. Oh dear, good pass again. Back to it. He was not ready to pick that one up, and it was clearly coming back to him with a deflection. Boys in yellow started to build that pressure aggressively in the start. It was a right intent to go with that start. And this is an indication of the game which has start flowing in all the way, in all the best possible outcome for the team, that they're gonna do the best, give their best, and come with a great flying colors. It's absolutely good to see those players who have rigorously performed well throughout the years they practice for this great moment of last 80, 90, 70 minutes of game. And that is what they have to show what they have done. It's a result of the outcome what you have prepared well in your trainings. You've gone through your session, and especially a good contribution to coaches from both the ends, and they're very much proud of the game which their team have played. Is a great remarkable journey. It had been years and years to make sure that this game goes with that same flow. The kind of players have evolved out of those tournaments have immensely great, which have now been able to represent state, national, and been a part of several tournaments they've been represented. They've able to bring some laurels, great achievements there from their side. So it is always a pleasure to witness those leagues, An honor to those who organize those which bring the fresh talent. It nurtures the talent right through. And this is the first corner coming up with hopes. All the mighty hopes of boys in blue. Is this the moment? The first goal is coming, or where they will go. But a good clearance at the end. Still, the ball is in their position, and a good clearance coming with that long kick coming is straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. Well tried, boys in blue and boys in yellow as well. They're just trying to compete in the best, all the odds moving out, and with all the possible outcomes of playing the best, they are doing their best. I'm your host today, Mohammed Suhaib, as a commentator, and I'm sure you're gonna love this game. The more this game goes ahead, you'll see some great moves, great sportsmanship, a bit of drama, and everything going up, whatnot in the game. As we believe we proceed further, we'll see some interesting moves coming right, happening down to it. The Jajpur team has got that kick. How good can they be in that kick? How good can they make the use of the kick? Whistle has blown with that free kick coming up right in the center. It hits, juggle between two and straight into the safe piers of hand. It was a lovely try watching this. These youngsters have they're playing on the field. They come up with a great enthusiasm, a great preparation. And there it is, the sideways coming with that left to right pass. Boys in yellow looking to go clear in that D, but well deflected. That good pass and a good clearance from boys in blue. That's long range, going away from that range, going away from that picture, nowhere in the stands. It's something is kicked away so further. And so far, 7.5 minutes still counting. It seems to be a very tough situation for both teams. They're standing tall against each other, not allowing them to go freely. But the kind of intent the captains have done from both the sides, with Captain Rohan and Kumar Maji, they've allowed their players to express themselves to show their best. They've been allowed to play their free game with no hesitation, being contributing from midfield to the center, center to the defense. They're not being tightly holding to particular place or particular position. They've been the best is they can do their best and they can give their best. This is what a good captaincy and leadership comes through. It allows youngsters to have a space to play their free game, their natural game actually, and that will bring some good positive results. And this is what they've been into the field with all the best good positivity that they are bringing into the game, with all the sort of motivation going on behind the scenes. A big cheering up for them, which is important as they prepared so well, so hard for this day. They prepared so well, and we know it's a little hot during those days, during the training session, and especially the weather here is not easy for anyone to sustain in that long field, rushing hard, covering that long distance. And the header comes up, oh, just over. It was so close to watch. A sensational move, but just a matter of few inches away from the goal. That would have been the first opener of the game, I would say. And a clearance with that header. And there it is, they're running quickly, trying to get it there. They've got the ball and the whistles. The moment he's got the ball, it has noticed to be whistle side from referee, which means pause of the play. And that's easy header. Good passing. It's a good passing side from the team Bargarh, as they know they want to come with small passes, effective passes, especially, which reduces their energy to go with long runs. Just play that simple game with simple strategy that will be much, much more efficient and effective in bringing positive results. And which is why both the teams have come with that different strategy of coming and passing, marking the player, marking each key player, not trying to move them. Just don't try to give them a space just for an inch. Try to block them at any cost, because especially they know blocking is difficult there for Jajpur team. They have a very strong defense line, and it's never easy to tackle through that. And that is what the Bargar team knows very well. If they want to break that shackle, they need to be very careful with small passes and accuracy there. And there it is. They've tried well. They've got their thing well. This is a lovely style, a lovely play of the game. And I'm sure as we proceed further and further in the second half, we'll see some again great things happening up with great passes, great sportsmanship, great display of a pure football classic. We'll see up as we proceed further. It becomes quite dangerous when you go through that kick coming straight away with that danger zone of your boot as high as somebody's near to you. And so, which is why they need to be very careful while going with that kick, especially that bicycle kick and that header. They need to be very careful. Safety is the first priority at this stage. They need to be very careful about things. This is a good comeback by boys in yellow, Jajpur. They're looking to strengthen their pass. They're looking to capitalize their way. Oh, there, that's a long one, long way into that session. I did well and good stoppage to it. Provided that kick coming straight and into the hand, safe pairs of hand. It was a close call, and every time when they pounder with these attacks, counter attacks, it becomes difficult to stop them. For a while, it seems out that they've made through that net. Josie number 16 with this good skill, just trying to dribble the ball and then moving to his teammate, and a good perfection kick coming as a deflection to again a pass. Josie number 15, and there it is the whistle coming up. And umpiring referee have been great. They've been very much formal to the game with no hesitation. If there's a foul, then they're able to raise this concern. They've been so fair, a great display of sportsmanship, which is why I see this thing happening greatly, immensely, a fair play of a game. Oh dear, that could be over. No, element of fortune continues for Jajpur. It was so close, but somehow it goes over with that wrong direction. But which means boys in blue are having the good control of ball. They're going with that flow, and they would love to continue going with that flow, just going ahead and ahead as the new time is ticking off. If we are able to build that pressure, it will be great for us to start off and end this quarter with a goal in our bucket. That is what they all are intending to go with that one, and that will surely bring smile onto everyone's side. That's a brilliant one. That is a good way and a good clearance coming right at the right point. It was just going with that pace and a good pass. As I mentioned, defense line is a top notch of boys in yellow Jajpur. They are so good in it. And there it is. He's there on the ground. What happened there? He's got a safe pair of hand. He saved it completely well. And then the referee calls for the help of medical. And that's not a good news in this final. He's a key player. He's one of the key players. But quickly, the medical staff arrives, and to ensure him, he gets the right treatment, he gets the right, and which is why it is important. And hopefully, we'll see the physiotherapist and the health professional doing the right job excellently to make sure that he is well in just few seconds, active. His presence is importantly marked in the final at this big stage. And that's a good news coming right. He's back onto his feet and he is ready. And a great job done by the health professionals. Oh, good one, good move. Jajpur showing their best intent, showing their good action. They've got that chance and a good save. Good carry on. And just trying to kick the ball away from you, keeping it little low. With the grounded ball, it's good to see some good passes coming in action by boys in yellow Jajpur. They are also making their play special. Their presence is marked. Never easy, and he's got the ball quickly heading towards miss. He's totally missed that occasion. But well tried running quickly, marching towards that D line. And there's water breaks. And that's the start of the play. Obviously, this is going to be a good one, a good timing one. And just keeping it away from him, but good try. That's just an indication of strongly coming back into the action. Oh, that's a brilliant one. Look at that acrobatic style. Almost stunned out. It was a cartwheel in the air and then be back. This is a great move. Look at it. They're so much quick, so much fit, and ready to go with any move. Amazing skill from youngsters as we see the kind of game they're playing, the kind of final it looks like a nail biting, thrilling one, which is equal there at since 23rd minutes. Both teams have tried so well, but they are restricted without scoring a goal, which is why it is a big stage final where nobody is giving an error. Nobody is trying to give a space of just single centimeter. Just this is a great game. And now can that free kick comes into that goal side with that long range of no action, just going away. There is it the first one? And his save out a brilliant one. It was the closest of all. That could be the first one on the board, the opener goal, but again it has restricted by the goalkeeper of Jajpur, who is a great one. It was a great move there from their side. And again with that small pass and accuracy from rights to the center, covering from the defense line, they're quickly coming strongly with that. And as we are just about to 10 to 12 minutes of play left for the half time, and they need to ensure that they would end up taking the lead. Both the teams have that same intensity to take the lead and end up this half time with pressure being mounting on the opponent side. And that's what all these teams, both the teams, are trying to go with the same spirit, the same intent. And they've tried their best in elevating those substantial moments. And that free kick coming in into that action, free kick. And then they've got the ball again back. Jersey number 11 pulling that up with that beautiful kick, with that header coming up, but could not get it. A good perfection. A clearance coming right at the right point. This is absolutely required to be very much active on that defense line, especially when you are competing with the top level players. No chance of error, no marginal error. Good presence of mind. They've got the ball and is trying to quickly march into that position. And they've got that throw in. Oh, that throw in with a clearance. Just trying to go with that beautiful skill of football, that dribbling skill. Trying to go with that kick and absolutely flyer. He's plucked out a flyer. Top of the show is this goalkeeper. He is flying at some point. It's just like he is flying like a bird high as he can, saving multiple goals, creating chances for the team, making sure that he contributes well, gives his 110% in this big final. And this is all about the entire team. We have the kind of performance, and everybody is giving their 110% at this big stage, and which is why this game so far it's about to end 28 minutes, but nowhere we have seen any of the goal coming from any of the side, which defines this game is equivalently both teams have got good players, they've got good marking, they've good knowledge of game, they've played little game, they've got that exposure previously being part of this training session and have been participated in other games, which is why it's a very high pressure game, but they are so much calm and composed. No hesitation. They're so much calm, composed, relaxed. They're up to that occasion. No fumbleness, no nimbleness there in their body language. They're on to that occasion, playing with that free intent, free game, which is so good to see. And which is why it happens in that same way. Boys in yellow trying to go over boys in blue. And now it's their turn. They've got the ball, but a good clearance coming right at the moment. good save, as they know they are lapsing of time. It's only 5 minutes of play left with the first half to end, and still the score line says nil and nil, which is why both the teams have to quickly score a goal in order to take the lead and end this quarter with a high note. Can boys in blue end this quarter on a high note, whereas boys in yellow as well have that potential to end this high? They have that same intent, coming back with that flyer. Obviously, they're doing their best with good clearance. And a good pass coming into that action with that great things happening, right? They're just doing their best, and in the form of do no wrong, they does everything well, exceptionally brilliant. But this is not a good news. Is on the ground, the whistle has gone, and same we'll see the officials coming, especially that staff members quickly on the field, rushing quickly to making sure that he's all right, he's back on the field, and hopefully they're gonna do that magic and he's okay with that as he's back on the field. And it's something that every player have got a bit of relief for 1 or 2 minutes in that scorch heating conditions, humid conditions especially, a bit of relief for 1 or 2 minutes to get their breath back. Oh, easy picking. 33 minutes have gone, just we are left with 2 minutes of the quarter. Good try and good grab. And what he's done, he's come in his way while he was trying to kick that one with a long distance. Away from the line, throw in provided to boys in blue. 35 minutes have crossed. Not sure of how much additional time will be rewarded. Yes, 2 minutes. And we're left with only 1.5 minute of time left. Can they do so? Boys in yellow and boys in blue, they're so much careful of the kind of game they're playing with no fouls, which is so good to see. at this professional level. Jajpur team versus Bargarh team at this venue, Rourkela. Just 20 seconds left to end of this quarter, and just waiting boys in blue to make sure they make best use of just an error, and then they are being onto that one. So they're so much careful about those errors and mistake. Finally, it's the end of the first half with no decider coming up at this point. The score line says nil-nil, followed with beautiful passes, great movement, great play, and display of game. And I'm sure, just stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wherever you are, stay tuned for this final. The second half, I'm sure you're going to witness some great moves, great adventurous moment you'll see in this great game ahead of last 35 minutes remaining. I'm sure you're going to enjoy this nail biting final at this venue, Rourkela. Stay tuned. We're just back in the second half as the positions will be changed from right to left. The team have changed their goal scoring zone from left to right. Boys in yellow, boys in blue, boys in blue. Barger taking it on boys in yellow at this beautiful venue in the second half. We're left with last 35 minutes with that decider of this great final at this beautiful place taking it on Rourkela. Led by Captain Kuna for Jajpur team and Bargarh team led by Captain Rohan. Both are doing their well, fighting with each and every moment to just get going with the same rhythm. The kind of game they've played, they've shown to us, impressed all of us. With no doubt, both teams have shown a great display of sportsmanship, great moves of football. We are surprised to see some great goalkeeping as well on the side of good athleticism. We have seen that the kind of passion, the kind of performance they're coming charging back. Is this the first move? They're trying to create that pressure with that deflection going with that clearance with the header. Pure magic. This game is, it seems, just begin with that right intent, right flow. That is a good ball. Can that be the? Oh, he saved it. A tremendous save, I would say. It was a perfect kick, but an absolute save by the goalkeeper. This was a great, great move. Never easy to stop the ball from such a close range, but I don't know how could he miss it. Has he timed it with not perfection, or the goalkeeper was extraordinary? That was a tough call, I would say, because the kind of goalkeeping he's done with some great, magnificent flying moves is top notch. But still, they have got the corner. They're able to raise that corner with all the hopes. And when the first goal is coming, is this the hint of the goal coming? Is this the indication of building pressure over to them? Can he find his space? Can he find the nets? Barger team looking to get with that coming at the end. Oh, that's bicycle kick, but not went perfectly there, but tried it well. Amazing, good to see them. But a good clearance and choking them right, and that's long range kick, but nowhere in the frame. But well try, and that was a bicycle kick. Could you imagine from such a close distance? He's done it. He tried out his best, but in the end, he lost his control. But well try, young man, young boy actually. They all are under 15, under 14, I guess. Young boys. Look at the right intent, the kind of enthusiasm, the kind of spirit they have, charging back, covering that long distance, so much energetic. It requires a lot of energy to cover that long field, rushing back from midfield to the center line, and then at last trying hard and hard, but somehow just trying to decode. They need to decode the strong defense line of boys in yellow Jajpur, and so often, if they decode it, the biggest challenge for them is to tackle the goalkeeper because he is an extraordinary man with the safest pair of hand. And what he's done is gloves. Has he applied a glue over it? The ball's not traveling away from his gloves, it's sticking to it. A magnificent piece of goalkeeping, I would say. He's not missing an inch. It was 3, 4 goals they would have added if his splendid efforts would not have been there. So they have the kind of strategy they have to come with boys in blue, that where they're going wrong and how they can decode the goalkeeper, how they can draw back his attention, how can we draw his attention, and then drawing his concentration back is a chance where we can score a goal. If you try to score a goal just randomly, it is not as easier as it looks. The only way is somebody can stand on his way, blocking his way, his vision a bit, and then trying to get inside that region. So that is only a thing that can try to do. And I'm sure they will come with that thing to make sure that they draws the attention, they snatches the attention and concentration of goalkeeper, and then at the second point try to get inside that net. And is that the goal coming in the right way? 38 minutes. We have ample of time in the second half, but which team will take the lead and build pressure, and the one who does it will have a golden chance to win this match. And some beautiful moments for goals win matches. And especially this game is left with only those moments. Because each player is trying their hard, They're giving their 110%, and what not all best they're doing. Absolutely speechless. And there we see something not happening good. Player being grounded, being injured. That's an indication of an injury, which is why the team have been called up. So hopefully he's back, and the start of play. That's straight, good try. Goalkeeper from Bargarh also coming into the action. He's also a best goalkeeper. He's among the best. He can also save and let his team in a good position by saving multiple times of goal. But still, jersey number 7 leading from front, coming with that good action to make sure ensure that his team gets a chance. Quick kick coming into that side, into that action. They're just trying to kick that away. And a good clearance coming right into the side. And that's a good header at the point. Trying to get inside that way, that long one, but how can they decode? That's the only thing that they're trying to block this goalkeeper. And that is only a reason they can block him, his way, his action is little quite away from that line. And that's kick coming away with that picture, that frame. Again, oh, they've got it. And right clearance coming, right point. He's there in the pain. He's in deep pain. Looks like he's not well. Something's not happening good for him, good to him. Actually, he's just trying to come with that kind of a commitment. Josie number 10 is on his way. He's up onto that occasion. They're just trying to build, come in that way, just trying to be in that right rhythm, going with that flow, just trying to tossing that up. It's about to 10 minutes of play in the second half, yet we have no clue of which team is going to come with the first goal, and a good one. Good pass, accurate pass, but still, the way they're trying to build that goal, they're trying to come with that sort of indication, sort of game, smooth passes with that good one, but lose that one. It was a good ball, I would say. With that long range kick, no answer to the goalkeeper, but just going away in his way. Well try. It was a long, short range kick, but still they have no answer to block that, to decode the goalkeeper skills here, to just get the goal in the right way. Oh, well try, good save, almost going depth of that line. Still they have that chance, but nowhere in the frame. Well try. It was a dangerous call. Now it boys in yellow. Jajpur team getting that action, coming back strongly with back-to-back counter attacks, creating pressure on the defense line with those good passes. And is that the chance? Oh, he's missed it completely. He's make a mess out of it. That was to be a goal, and is that the closest of the opportunity since amongst the all they have got? So close, just on the face of the goalkeeper, and it just disappears. In a good way, good defense. Block him. Now they're trying to get inside that way. That's a brilliant pass. Almost with that easy pass, as easy you like to go with that effective one. Marking was good, but a good clearance. As he accelerates quickly, paddles that one, it looks like, but a good way of just deflecting it back, making that easy one, blocking it, again getting the control of the ball. 50 minutes have gone. So far, we're just left with 20 more minutes of play. Again, a good pass and a good display of a good football in this final, as it looks like to be a final. Tough call for both the teams. Not easy as it looks, not easy as you like, and a good one. Blocking that way. It's a very tough and tight call as a final, not an inch they're trying to give. That's what I mentioned. It's a final which is so tight and tough call for both players, and we see he's down on the ground in pain as specialist comes to make and ensure that he's well. He's up on the field again, rectifying his pain, providing him an instant pain relief. Instant recovery is required here at this point, as they do so well, trying to make sure that he's back on the ground again, as this is a prestigious moment, a final. Both the teams where they are in the best position, and they cannot afford any kind of error, any kind of key player going away just due to an injury. Each one has its presence valued. Oh, there, what he's trying to do with that acrobatic style. A cartwheel performed there, gets the ball, and then that brilliant move. A gymnastic player he is. Very rare to find those great skills in a goalkeeper. He's equally good in those acrobatic style as well as with his safest pair of hands. Saving two, three times, almost more than that. It was a tough call. It is a big test for him now, but a good relief. Goalkeeper have now the defense line have done that work on the right time, choking themselves to allowing the ball going with a kick. And even they've got the ball in their possession, a chance, but well done. On the other hand, also he is also equivalently good goalkeeper so far. We've seen him. Both are in just search of the goal, and might be a confusion and a bit of relief for a team who scores the goal first. Whistle goes up, and what a breaks have called of. And they'll come back strongly with the kind of analysis done by coaches and staff that where they're footing wrong and why they've not able to pull out a goal. And it's good that they have not conceded a goal as well, but still the kind of move by the goalkeeper of Jajpur we see is never easy to call out this game in a penalty against him with the kind of performance he's doing. Just checking out where they're going wrong, where they're footing they're wrong, because they're able to come up several times in the D, but why not have been able to convert just a single moment? Bargarh team, they'll have to come with something new. They have to try something hard as we inches closest to the end of the game, as the clock is clicking, ticking off, time is going ahead, time waits for none. As it is lapsing and lapsing by every second, the game is coming closer to the hint of a penalty side. And boys and blue knew this intent. Oh, they lost his control. That long range, long kick coming, and the bicycle kick coming, and they've lost that rhythm. They've lost that control and a good clearance. And referee says, and he whistles, quickly calls the staff again into the action. And a great duty by them. They're almost every time they're ready with that, and quickly they come onto the field, checks the players, ensure identifies the kind of injury or a kind of help which it requires from their end, and professionally they provide it in a good manner and ensuring that this game go with the same rhythm with good flow, easing the flow of game, ensuring minimal injuries to players, and the best support of medical being provided at the right time. These are the tournaments which has increased so far, the number of tournaments being organized, which have bring some great talent is that nurture the game. Charging, quickly marching, but lost the control. Whistle goes. 60 minutes of play have gone, and we're only left with 10 minutes and 2 minutes of additional time. And since we're about to go with that one, is that the right one coming in? But a clearance. Push it hard and push it back. It's trying to give that pass, trying to come strongly, and so far no much corner coming up, which is a good news that they are playing so careful about those small errors. They knew how costly those small errors can be, and the defense line is so strong. They've tried to overcome it, but have not marched into it. They've not been able to pull that one up. Is that the chance still? They look to find that one, but no one can decode, and it is just an hint of this game moving to a penalty side if the game goes with that same way. None of them have been able to score a goal. Both are restricted by their strong defense line of play, and two good great goalkeepers doing their job tremendously, proving themselves the best they are, capable of saving great goals. But here boys in yellow are now taking that new planning with that long kick with no action. I think so. It's just he tried his best, loses it from long range. With that one, they tried, but a good defense line, as I mentioned. What is the point of kicking that hard if they can go with small passes? And the whistle goes. They we're only left with few minutes, hardly 7 to 8 minutes of play left. Still, with we have not get the decider. We have not. We don't have any clue which team will goes which way. If it comes in the penalty shootout, surely it's going to be a tough call to decide, and that is why they just need to go with the goal. They need to build that's a good ball. This is going to be a brilliant move, as he just lost the control at the right point. He's lost the control completely. It was nobody was there. It was a golden chance, and now it is not all about easy chances. Now it's all about the difficult chances each team will get, and it is to identify the right point where they can make the best use of that point. Now, nothing will come as easy as the time is lapsing. Things are coming difficult, and it's becoming difficult for them to come up. For both the teams, especially. Oh dear, the forward line player is there on the ground. and he's back. Good news, he's back. Is that the one? Is that the one? Yes, they marched into it. Decode the best goalkeeper of the tournament, and this is a brilliant move. How it comes and when it comes, it's just a matter of time. The opportunity they were waiting, just a mistake, and they've pounded into it with such a great show of cameo. He's almost stunned out, and just check it out in the replay. He's almost bounding in that quickly. It was a quick call, running quickly. Jersey number 70, 11, and then he kicks, got a hand, and then hits the pole and back into the nets. And there we see, look at the happiness, look at the side. They knew it is a positive intent for them. Pressure is now fully mounting on boys in yellow because they know they're already lagging behind, and it's just the clock being around to clock 5 to 6 minutes of play left, and they need now only to make sure go with small passes and play a natural free game, which is Bargarh team would love to go with that because they've already been ahead of one goal, and they knew the time is just about to click in just 4 or 5 minutes of play left. But ensuring that they do not do any silly error and making sure that they play with that same intent, even with more positivity will be there because they knew they're ahead. And a good job done by the goalkeeper and absolutely referee. They're so good in giving a right decision and a fair play of game. And I can see that dugout by Bargarh. They knew the importance of this goal. They are keeping their nerves, they're keeping their move, and they're keeping their success, their celebration little down as they knew it is about to end, but still 4 or 5 minutes of play left. They have to control their emotions till last 4 or 5 minutes, and they're just planning to do what is the best they can do now. When is the next best move coming? And it happens usually if one goal scores, it is always easier to score the another one because it mentally breaks that shackle. It hampers the strength of the opponent. Just by one goal, it is easier to score the another one as it boosts the confidence among players. But boys in yellow strongly coming. Is that the move? Can he do so? How can he miss that easy one? This is the easiest of the opportunity, unlikely to be missed by boys in yellow. It was a golden chance being missed out, and excellently job done by the goalkeeper here. He's very much active, he's very much attentive, keeping his eye just on ball. He is in a do no wrong form. Absolutely great. And what a final this has as a bench and nail biting thriller. Both teams standing tall equally, marching with shoulder to shoulder, hands to hands, strongly, and good marking and great display of sport we have seen. Every possible outcome of a good play we have seen today. Tell me a point where we have not seen a good move. Good passes, good defense, good goalkeeping, activeness. We've seen something going down on the field badly. They've been a little injured, but the kind of football they have played is at the highest level, I would say, a professional level. They've done and entertained us with that kind of a game. and we all viewers have enjoyed the kind of a game that they have played with so well. And it looks like a great game, and it teaches us a great lessons of be resilient, be fighting back for our best till the last, never lose hope. This is what both the teams have tried their best to pull up. Might not be the result going in one way or the other, but the efforts shows the kind of perseverance they have, the kind of spirit they have is fighting back hard, achieving for what they are best at it, proving their best, showing a great leadership, a good coordination among players, a good quality of sport we have seen. And special thanks to coaches as well, Ramakant Dash, Leeta Hambram, the coach from Jajpur side, and I'm sure the Bargarh side, Ramakant Dash, would have been so happy to see the performance his team has delivered. It is so good to see the kind of performance they've shown, they've come up with the kind of achievement, the kind of knowledge is being shared to his players, the kind of spirit is flown into the bloods of these youngsters. It is amazing to watch these going in that good positive way with all the outcomes. And yes, it is so. Be careful of last 2 minutes, and it's not awarded yet. So we'll continue with that same flow. Not sure of how much additional minute will be rewarded and awarded, as that is what the boys in blue just trying to create one more lead, and they'll be on the joy driving seat on the safe side. But well, still they would love to continue with that same way, just passing, making sure the time is just passed quickly, lapsing of time, playing with that intent to make sure that they just go with the time. And that is what 3 minutes of additional time being awarded. And a great move, 3 minutes of additional time being awarded, and the clock is just about to click with all the positive outcomes waiting there from their side. And this is something that they will not entertain. This is a kind of a big error. And as we clearly see, this is not a good way. Just kicking it there, losing his control actually. It was not intentionally done, but these are some small errors. They need to be very, very careful because this game is just sliding in the pocket of Barger team, and they would not afford a big error resulting in a goal. And that is what they are just kicking the ball away and making sure the time goes past, and they will just have to overcome this last 1 or 2 minutes left and coming strongly back into the action. And yes, the final whistle goes, and look at the celebration for boys in blue started up. Look at the kind of celebration they have done. A great display of game. With 1-0 they have won. But look at the happiness on the side captain Rohan, who has led this team into perfection, along with the happiness in this under 14 CM trophy at this beautiful venue, as we all have witnessed this great final. And Ramakant Dash, Prabhat Dansai, they've been the key supporters actually. Without their guidance, under their support, it would not have been possible for them to lift this trophy. And special credit goes to them as well in the success of winning this trophy. And Jajpur team has also played so well. They've won the hearts of thousands of people with this great display of the game. Might not be their day. It was a great day calling up this game. And we have the full time Jajpur nil, whereas Bargarh taking that lead and going ahead with one goal coming strongly into the last few 5 minutes. And then they are the champions of Chief Minister Trophy 2026. Bargarh claims their victory. A historic day for this team in the second inter district level football championship. And it will surely tall as stand as a great historic day for this team as they've crowned this champion on this venue, a day these players will remember forever, a kind of achievement that they have did remarkably well and good, a great display of celebration, joy, serenity, calmness we can see, a kind of relief over to their faces, and especially the people who are joining with them in the celebration, adding more value to this celebration, more joy to it. It's time to goodbye, Mohammed Suhaib, signing back off.
Okay. ଅଟୋ କି ଯାହା ସେକ୍ଟର 2 ବସ୍ ଷ୍ଟାଣ୍ଡ ସେଠି ବସ୍ ଲାଗେ। ବସ୍ ଏଠୁ 9:10 ରୁ ଲାଗିଯିବ ସେଠି 9:10 ରୁ 9:30 ଯାଏଁ ଲାଗିବ। 9:30 ବସ୍ ମତେ କଣ କହିବ ମତେ କହିଲା ତମେ ମୁଁ ଯାଇଥାନ୍ତି। ତମେ ଯଦି କହୁଛ ନିହାତି ଯିବ ତାହେଲେ ଚାଲ। ଭାବନି ନହେଲେ ମତେ ଛାଡ ଭାବୁଛ ଯଦି ମତେ ଛାଡିବ ଭାବିଲେ କଣଟା ଭାବିବା ଭିତରେ ତ ମୁଁ ବି ଯାଇପାରିବିନି କି କେହି ଯାଇପାରିବେନି ପୁରା କ୍ୟାନ୍ସଲ। ସେକ୍ଟର 2 ଏଇଠୁ ଦୌଡ଼ିକି ଯା ପୁରା ଗୋଲେଇ ଯାଏ ଦୌଡ଼ିକି ଯା। ତମର ଖାଲି ଅଫିସ ଥିବ ନା ରେ ଯାହା ବି ଅଛି ଜଲ୍ଦି ଯିବ ଯାଅ। ସେ ଜଣଙ୍କ ମାନେ ଆଉ ଜଣଙ୍କର କାମ ଅଛି ତ ସେ କାମର ମତେ ଇଏ कॉल कॉल करथिले कि ठीक हाँ
So much, thank you so much for the recording and all the stories for the videos and all the videos. Thank you so much.